Imagine a whole community comes together to build the playground. It's for the kids, it's for the family. It takes them 2 years to build it. And 14 years later, they watch it go up in flames.
19 Sergeant Central. 19 Sergeant.
It was an angry, stupid person that set it on fire with no reason other than to cause destruction.
You're damn right I'm angry. It took one kid with a match to burn up all that work that took all that time. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put together an army to rebuild this, and we are gonna make it right. It's about the kids. Let's not forget that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hyde Park to Toronto is just like Central Park to New York. For many years, the community and kids needed a playground. In 1998, Jamie Bell was really influential in making this playground for the kids. Jamie was a community leader. I mean, he put everyone together. He wanted to do something positive for the neighborhood, and they did work together to build a beautiful castle.
Jamie was very unique. He had this vision that a lot of people don't have. He really was able to rally, the community. He went into all the schools, talked about, what he felt that the community needed, and he just didn't want one of those plastic playgrounds.
They even drew pictures on wood, and it was hung up after the completion 2 years in. But then a single match was lit. Half the castle went up in flames because a young man had too much to drink. Community's up in an uproar. I get it, I understand it.
It was hard to hear that something that horrible had happened so close to home.
It caused so much pain to a lot of people.
The boys were really devastated. We took them the day or so after it burned, and they were really sad to see that it happened.
My daughter, when she found out about the fire, the thing that really, really upset her was that when I had built the initial castle, I had to mark out areas, and there was my handwriting, 22 1/4, 22 1/2. And when she would go through the maze of going into the castle, she would always stop and look at my handwriting. It was sort of permanence for her. And she was really, really upset when she found out about the fire because she would no longer be able to stop and look at Dad's handwriting.
I want to help make it right. I want to build something that's actually going to work with the kids and the families here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, is I'm going to include the community. We're going to meet them all. We're going to ask them questions. Soon I'll be meeting engineers, designers, and we're going to come up with a plan. And if Jamie Bell were alive today, I think he'd be thrilled at what he's about to see. I want to work with the kids because I want to see what you want at the park. Do you want a new playground? The answer is yes or no. Do you?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Do you want more slides?
Yes.
Yes? How many?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
I want to be able to climb on every single thing there.
There was these narrow spaces to walk, and you're always like squeezing through.
Should we open that
and
up
shoving.
a little more? So we'll make it a little wider, a little bigger?
Yeah, I think we need to have lots of wood in it, like the less plastic.
I really like that.
We grew up in that playground. It was a legacy that he left his sons, that he left our entire community, and I think to change it would be to change what he left us. I think it should be rebuilt in his name, and I think it should remain the same playground.
We want to build it with the same look, but we have to think of our kids and what we've learned from the last 20 years of kids getting hurt. It's about the kids. Let's not forget that. We listened to the kids. We heard what they had to say. We know what they wanted. They just wanted it bigger. They wanted it made of wood. They wanted it to look like the other castle. That made sense. First step, get rid of that concrete pad that the burnt down castle was built on. Why? Because the next castle is a whole lot bigger. Okay, we have 7 days to build it. School's out, and everyone's anxious to get the castle back.
We're gonna break this cement up, load it in the truck, haul it out of here, This is about 280 square feet of concrete because it's 8 inches thick.
Day in, day out, all I do is fix crap. But I help a lot of people that are in trouble. And to come in here, I don't look at this as crap. I look at this as something brand new.
I got something to show you.
Yes.
This is the copper that was on the 4 spires. There was a little cap, a copper cap. So we thought maybe we could have some kind of a memorial thing for the original.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a good man, man. It's going to be fun working with you. It's going to be fun working with you. Thank you. We're going to have our work cut out for us. We're going to be working probably 7 days straight on this one. So we'll be leaving the other jobs just to stray for a moment.
That's okay. I played in this park as a kid. I'm sure you did too.
I did too.
Absolutely, man. Let's go get them.
Let's make it right.
All right.
We surveyed the area. We're digging it out to install the new concrete pad that the castle will be sitting on top of. This truck is specially designed to sling stone. There's a conveyor belt at the bottom of the truck, and it'll just fire the stone. And it can fire it at a good 50, 60 feet. Okay, gunner up. One is a really thick bed of stone. One, it's going to allow for drainage to get to the weeping tile to get out to all the way out to the pond on the other side. Two, it gives us that compression package that we need underneath the concrete. You don't want to put concrete right in the ground because it's going to act like a sponge and absorb all the water out of the earth and bleed up to the top of the concrete, eventually ruining the concrete. Now you know why they call it a stone slinger. I personally leveled out the stone. You know what? That gave us a flat surface that we needed. It's like riding a wild bull, I'll tell you that much. But it's fun. I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's good.
Good news. Our form guys are in. The concrete's going in. Everything's good. This is kid stuff. Does it go back? You know, I phoned you yesterday. I was up on the hill.
I saw that.
You didn't answer the phone.
I was working.
I want a walkie-talkie.
Okay, I'm going to get you one today.
Because that's unacceptable. We're laying down rebar right over top of the rigid foam. We'll actually put in chairs later. What this is going to do is to keep it acts as a water barrier as well as protects the concrete from freezing. Well, I'm jumping in to help because the cement's ready. The faster we get these in, the faster we pour. So we got to get it in really fast and get it covered. I'm kind of excited. We're gonna have a 1-inch rise in the center, tearing out all the way around just for a runoff and just keep water from sitting on top. Janet Rosenberg, the new castle's architect and designer, came by to review the plans and check out our progress. I can see out of the 4 columns we have here, this one tall one here, this side just growing right up, the back side, and these 3 are the same height. But the front one there is just a little shorter, which sort of gives that depth of castle.
That's right.
And then our walking plank into our stair, and that's a drawbridge that goes to the other castle, right?
Well, the drawbridge is new. I mean, they didn't have it in the other castle, so it's really wonderful the way the kids can hang out and see their friends.
So that drawbridge is coming from the beautiful castle, coming out to the smaller castle.
That's right.
With the slide and a climbing wall.
That's right.
Because I do see, yeah, we do have a slide.
We have 2 slides.
And is this the climbing wall here?
That's the climbing wall there, and we have 2 slides. We have this one here, which is the old-fashioned squiggly one. All the way round, it's got so much more than the old playground did.
Oh, I'm excited. We're putting in 23 20-foot 8x8s that will support the entire structure. And by the way, each one weighs 450 pounds.
Rest it down on one side.
First, we're gonna make sure that we have the straightest ones possible because I do have excess. We're gonna try and get 23 in today. The ones that are in the ground, there's gonna be 16 in the pad. So straightest ones, if they're not straight, put them aside.
Let's get this one out of the way.
These are 20-foot lengths that we want, 16 of the best that we have. Now, we are gonna install the knives. This is what we call our knives. Okay, so what I'd like to do is actually plate this, mark it on both sides, and drill it first. So we'll have a team of guys drilling first, second team of guys will be cutting the knife in place.
Damien. That's number 1 of about 15.
I'd like to take the edges off to keep any kids from actually, when their hands are all over it, that they don't get splinters in their hands. So far, it's going to plan exactly what I wanted, working in the teams, getting our knife slots put in. It will be bolted into the 8x8. It will be epoxied into the concrete. Oh, yeah. To me, it's kid stuff. This is really like the foundation to our home. This is our main structure, putting on a concrete of what's going to hold up the castle, what's going to keep the kids nice and safe.
I'll just let it down for now, guys.
Up.
Carl, position under this thing fast, man.
Just say if we can or we can't. I know. We're going to put up this pole as a test. You know what? We want to make sure that the dowel fits in the hole we drilled. Do it right the first time.
Okay, it's gonna slide in, guys.
No, we just want to see if we can do it. There you go. Oh, that's great. Okay. We use the engineered epoxy to secure the metal knife saddle to the concrete. That's what makes it really strong.
But, yeah.
Okay, let's stand her up, Carl. Let's get ready for bracing. I need the level for that one. Got it come out? Then towards me, my left. Put it in. Same way? Oh, that was a lot harder than I thought.
Keep walking, Carl. Keep walking. I'm walking, boss.
No, back a bit. Back a bit, back. If you look down the 8x8s, they are totally in line. And that's what you want to see. Just look down the right edge or the left edge, and you can see they're perfectly behind each other. I'm happy. This was a little harder than I thought. I'm not kidding. Really big to get up. In safety, you got to be concerned. You don't pin someone on the bottom.
It is like building a real castle. We're still another 11 feet on top of that. It's huge. Like, I would have loved to have played on this as a kid.
Last one.
Tomorrow morning, we're going to get our other 8x8s in the ground. We're going to start planking across drawbridges, start stepping up, and you're really going to see it coming together probably by around 2 o'clock tomorrow. Time is not on my side today.
It's going to be a castle.
She wants Carl to be the gargoyle.
No,
Or the hunchback.
No, you're the ogre.
You got a good side on this shoulder and a bad side on this shoulder. And the bad side's going, you can't do it. You're not going to do it. That's the clock, right? That clock's like, you're not going to get it done. Then the good side's going, oh, no problem. We can do this. No problem. 40 creeps are going through the trees. Really? Wow, that looks so big, doesn't it?
That's humongous.
So
We got another 11 feet to go, Mike.
Okay, are we cutting these now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did we confirm our height?
Yes, we did. Today, what we're looking at is how we're going to lay out the structure, how we're going to set up all the different platforms. The steps need to have cantilevered structure off of these posts. So we're laying out beams that go across, and then we can build our steps on top of those. We've got 23 different platforms in this structure, so we're already at 20 feet high. We've got an 11-foot tower on top of that, so we've got a very tall structure here.
Lift this up to that point. Lift it. Go easy. Too high. Okay, too high. Go down. Down.
We're tying the new castle into what's left of the old one. So we're drilling holes for support posts just for a smaller section of the castle.
1, 2, 3, Mike, we got until 12 to 12:30 to get concrete on the truck before that batch expires.
Okay.
We got 3 more posts over on the other side that have to be mounted, poured, and tamped in before that batch expires. problem
This
is
is
the
it. I
concrete,
need you with
it'll
me.
only last so long in the truck. Even though they're mixing it, it has an expiry life to it.
Okay, guys, can we concentrate on this beam right now? What's going on? Someone put that tape measure back up, please.
There.
Yeah, we're good. You're good there?
That's level.
That's pretty good. Looks good to me. We're actually going to start pouring. We got a couple more to set up, but we're really there. Holmes is on it with those guys. They'll be ready by the time I get around. So no time like the present. Let's pour this sucker.
5 strokes, it should be on you.
The urgency is I got to get the concrete in now. We've got a hot day and Erecting set up in that truck. And just make sure, Derek, when you're doing this, you do not move that post, okay, brother? It's looking great. Seeing concrete go in, whew, it's a huge step.
We run, we run. Concrete must be poured by 12:30. It's 20 after. We poured it, 10 minutes ago? We're done. We finally have our first piece tying into the old structure, and this is what we've been trying to get to. The kids wanted more room, that's what they got. So I'm making sure the bridge between the old castle and the new one is nice and wide. This lets the kids move around without bumping into each other. All I'm doing now is marking different step levels on the posts so I can work on my drawbridge. I want this to look like a real castle, so we're adding a drawbridge from the big castle to the small castle. It's gonna look awesome.
Okay,
Let's get guys on each side of it, please.
We're bearing.
Okay, you know where I want to line up, right?
Yep, we got the mark.
We're just about to slip our bridge in place. And what it does is connects this castle to this castle. So start sliding back. We're gonna bear 3.5 inches on. That's pretty good. So I want to see it from the top first, because I want to just see what I'm looking at. Okay, I like it. So I want it 100% square, secure it in, and then we're going to glue and laminate 2 more on this side, 2 more on this side. Little victories, man, little victories.
We've got a lot of extra people out here, and sometimes it can be helpful, but at the same time, it can hurt us because we're kind of stumbling over each other, okay? Tools are going left and right. Those are the problems that we're incurring right now.
Our lead framer, Jack, he's got to leave for another commitment. We're already too many men short, so Seth has to find more framers so that we can stay on schedule.
This is crazy. We need another framing crew. I need at least another framing crew, man.
I don't feel too close to schedule right now. And I'm trying to think ahead on everything. I'm gonna need tons of 2x4s. I'm gonna have a huge list this evening. I also need about 416-foot 5/4 bore cedar.
1.25 thick.
Yeah, this is for all my cladding. But at this point right now, you know, if we don't really get these platforms up, and I'm talking all our steps, I'm a little worried. We have an issue. That height is now no good, and if I had known that ahead of time, we'd be dropping it down. Designing a plan and building it are literally 2 different things. It doesn't matter how good you actually plan it, we just might have to make some changes. Help us now. This has been one hard day, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm looking at a very kid-friendly playground. But I don't see an adult-friendly, because a clearance of 5'3" in head height doesn't allow the parents to walk through, and we don't want to go through like this. My challenge today is to make sure the parents can walk through, which now manipulates all my heights, and by the end of the day, I have to have it figured out.
You know we've made it when I can reach the top. And I'm gonna say, when Holmes isn't listening, I am the king of the castle. Don't tell him.
Okay, so you got the gun? What that's gonna do is not make it move whatsoever. Okay, now watch. Okay, right? There's no issues here. It's not bouncing, it's not doing anything. That's only one brace. Here's where we're at. I'm gonna be cladding 2x4, 24 inches on center. I'm gonna have a separate team because we got the fire crew in going vertically with all of our 5/4 board. It's gonna be cedar, so we call that our cladding. We figured out last night exactly how we were going to make the changes to go from 5'3" sections to 6'5" sections and being more adult friendly and not just about children. We've now gone 12 steps instead of 10 steps, which gives me my 6'5" clearance. The community is really involved. We've got the police, the fire department, they're all helping us with framing and the structure. Firefighters, man, they cut out 500 shields. It took them 2 to 3 days, and the kids are gonna paint these things. They look just like the ones the original castle had. So we're making different shields, right? That's right. Kids are gonna paint them, and we're gonna mount them different spots on the castle. That's what I'm told. They could draw a dragon on it. They could paint anything they want on it. It doesn't matter. Or they could make it look like, you know, fire guys that came to save the fire. I understand you were one of the first guys on the scene.
I was, yeah.
What did it look like?
Well, we could see the light from the fire from Parkside.
You're kidding.
That's right. Yeah.
So you came in quick. You got it out quick.
Yeah, we got it out as fast as we could.
And it was done.
So this is one of the last bridges going in. I think we have a couple more to put in, but this is one of the lower level bridges we're just getting in place now.
We're building 3 floors and 7 bridges. The bridges will act as a walkway connecting each section.
The best part about this is able to build it on the ground and just lift it right in. It's just like framing a wall and then lifting it into place. So I'm gonna slip through. All right. Okay. Every time we do something, put a nail in, we're thinking, okay, a child's gonna be walking on this. Let's add some more nails. Let's add some more glue. Let's make sure the structure's perfect. Everything here is built strong and well.
I love it. It's looking good. We're starting to see our bridging. You can see that I have plenty of head clearance now here and not the 5'3". That was the issue. We will bridge across just like we did here. We will bridge across to that point.
Okay, go.
What that's doing is getting us up to the highest point to get on that wonderful big wrapping slide. So we're really on the last deck that's being built. We still have to step up. We have a bridge across to this side. All our bridges are really in except for one, and we are starting flooring. That is looking pretty good. We're using over 1,600 boards to clad all the walls and the flooring, and we're talking long lengths. Start from the outside, cut that one. Start from the outside, you may end up moving this one, but nothing is going to look better than that, okay? Because the corners are everything to me. If you want to slip them in a bit, I prefer that it's really out one way or the other. Whatever you do on this side, do on that side, do on the other side. We're gonna have a space in between them as this one goes over of about 1/8 of an inch. Why? This wood is dry now. When it gets wet, it's gonna expand. We can't do them tight because it'll push each other out. We leave a little bit of space, it can expand and contract.
So it looks like we've almost got the frame for our turrets almost completed. We're gonna be able to clad those over, then we'll take the crane, we'll lift them right up onto the top of the towers so that they sit on top. We have to cut off one of these so that the towers have their different heights, and then it'll look fantastic.
On the turret here, we're using blue wood, which is mold resistant, so we're ecologically friendly in this case here. So we've got a peel and stick underlay that's acting as a waterproofing layer. On top of that, we're putting the cedar. And then down at the bottom here, we've got a copper detail that now will shed the water out and over top of the complete structure. So now the whole structure is protected and weather tight.
Look, we got some salmon on here. That'll be ready shortly.
It's been a tough day. We're still going. We're going to this evening. We're gonna be moving into very late tomorrow night. What we do have is the fire department coming, and they're gonna bring in an engine and outside lights just in case it gets dark tomorrow, and we're gonna keep going. I'm feeling good. It's moving. We'll see if I can finish. See you in the morning.
See you.
Oh,
Doug! we got a new night watchman. Yeah.
Oh, just pull the blankets over, Mom. Pull the blankets over.
Get this guy some water.
Oh. It's just one piece. You got the glue. Watch the glue.
I think guys were here till 10:30 last night. We were here super early this morning. We're gonna go again probably till 1 in the morning tonight. Again at it tomorrow. You can see that we're laying the flooring down now. We're starting the vertical cladding. All the turrets are being done. They will be craned in place, and that's not gonna be easy.
This is wood fiber. It's engineered particles. It's cleaned and it's a fire retardant in it. This will not burn. Kids can put it in their mouth and they're not going to get poisoned from it. We're going to let the children all drag that in when you have your opening day.
I can fry an egg on my head right now.
They said it was going to be 41 degrees today, and I think 41 degrees is like 103 Fahrenheit. You know, with the humidity, and that sun's right on us. It's really hot. All we can do is just keep telling the guys, drink water, drink water. We have one man down. It's heat exhaustion. He's got sunstroke. It hit him. I can see it in his eyes. He can't even think.
Beyond down, I think he almost should go to the hospital. I don't know. He's actually very sick. Dude, we got to give these guys more breaks today, I'm telling you.
Give them more breaks, Dan.
Okay.
Just tell them, stop.
I want everyone to be careful. We've already lost a couple of people today due to the heat. I want you hydrated. Take breaks whenever you want. You don't have to ask anybody, okay?
Working in the extreme heat, that is dangerous. It's a good thing we have the firemen on our side helping us. They know how to keep their guys cool.
We need to drop the core temperature. The sweating mechanism is not doing that. So we're mechanically taking the heat away by immersing forearms in cool water. Doesn't have to be super cold. 2 to 5 minutes in the chair, you're gonna feel a whole lot different.
I was feeling terrible, like lightheaded, almost nauseous.
Part of heat stress is your blood is thickening up. It makes it harder to pump, your heart rate's faster. Your efficiency is dropping off dramatically.
It has slowed us down drastically today because it's not just my guys, but we had a lot of the volunteer carpenters come in and they just said we've had enough and they left.
We're gonna drink this?
I just went into shock.
Yeah.
I almost keeled over there, so it's time I sit down. This is hotter than New Orleans at this point. I don't remember ever feeling this way in New Orleans.
We're cooling them down. I'm losing her. He looked like he was going.
Well, we're all stubborn, right? I'm telling my crew to sit down, they won't do it. I'm telling them and I won't sit down.
What I should be doing is say everyone go home, but I mean, we got a lot of big hearts in here and the hearts are saying, no, we're gonna keep going.
So if you stick the bolts in on that side, then you'll be able to tie off on either corner. Yep. So that we'll be able to lift it with the crane, put it on top of each of the towers. We got 4 different towers. So we got to make sure that these things go on nice and stable.
My only worry is by lifting it by here is that the 2x6s cripple out. Then we lose the whole turret and we're rebuilding a whole new one. But you glued, and that peel premium is incredibly strong.
But right now I feel like a nervous parent until this thing's up there.
No worries. We're getting ready to go. The firemen are coming in. Look at that. They're setting up the lights. Look at that. I love these guys. They kept us cool all day. Now they're going to give us light at night. I love these guys.
We use this unit to provide air and light support at major events. And this looks like a pretty major event here, so we're happy to be here.
It looks good. It looks like it's going to work.
Let's clear the path because she's coming in.
Who's coming in?
Look what's coming.
Oh, that's coming in.
Ay, ay,
ay. No one in the way of this thing. Let's not keep it up too long.
Wait!
What?
It's sinking here.
Okay, let's get it in place. The tractor's sinking in a pit over there, and we got to get this down quickly. Let's go down, down, down. Pull that side back, pull that side back. And let's go diagonally. Yeah, there we go. And down, down. Okay, let's fix the tractor.
This foot was starting to sink, so the whole crane is starting to tilt. So what we're going to do here is lift up the foot. We're going to slide these 4x4s underneath there, spread out the weight.
And here we go. Ready?
Ready.
I got it.
Okay, we have succeeded. High five.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job,
She's
guys.
on.
No?
1 down, 3 to go. The other ones should really slip in place well, probably 11 o'clock at night before we get the 4th one in. The good news is we will have all 4 in.
Okay, down, down. I'm feeling good. 2 down, 2 to go. I'm really proud of this, man. Feeling really tired, but you know what? We're getting the last roof on. How does everyone feel about that?
Feel great.
They're almost there. Come on, buddy. Beautiful. And it's in.
It's in now. Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, do me a favor. Very good day. Let's pack up our tools. Let's go home.
All right, I'm getting out of here.
Now it looks like a castle. Nice job, guys. Thank you very much. Awesome. We're good. One more day to give it back. Oh my God, that is so awesome.
Cool.
That is so wicked.
I am so proud of these guys. These guys were going till 12 o'clock last night. Our goal was to get the turrets up. I left at around 11:45 last night. I started texting them one by one as I'm lying in bed going, I love you. You're warriors.
About midnight last night as I was heading home, he sent me a little message just saying how awesome you were. So, you know what, those little pats on the back really help, especially on days like this.
See the slide, working on the slide right now, getting it in place. We started this yesterday so they could get the boom truck up and start putting it in place. Installing a big slide is not as easy as you think. You know, they got to heat up each piece so one piece fits into the other. It's quite the job.
Done. That was funny.
Oh, that is wild.
This is going to be the flag at the top of the tower, and that's going to be your castle complete now with its own flag. Crooked. There.
A lot of people came out to help us out today. They brought their kids with them too. You know, they're a little angry about the fire, but they want to do what they can to make it right.
When the fire happened, the kids were just so upset. It was a real loss to them, and it was very hard to explain to our son why someone would do that.
My whole family was devastated the morning that the fire occurred, and they've been upset until today when they can finally help to rebuild.
Jamie Bell and the community built the original playground. Now his son, Adam Bell, he's here helping us to build this one. Wow, how do you like it? It looks great. It's, you know, it's huge. I call it a superstructure, and I've made some changes to make it more adult-friendly.
This is my dad's legacy, right? So I love the fact that it's being rebuilt so quickly and so well. It's great. I love the community involvement, that everyone wants to be here.
New slides right there, you see? Yeah!
So we have Maggie over on the saw, and she's working with Carlito, and I think she's actually really enjoying herself. Maggie was a firecracker in the community meeting. You know, are they going to do it the same way? But right now, Maggie loves it, and she's got a helmet on, and she's actually cutting wood, and she's part of it.
My big thing at the community event was that he was talking about changing the structure of the playground, talking about changing the materials even from wood to like newer materials and all that stuff. But the fact that he heard our concerns, that's great. I give him props. I was the one who asked for the castle when I was 2. As long as it stays a castle, I'm pretty happy.
I was really hoping to be finished the castle today so the kids can play in it. We're behind schedule. And let me tell you something, the rain is not helping me neither.
He yelled at him, he didn't like it.
We're exhausted today. Everyone is really exhausted.
They're struggling a little bit, so am I. My feet are killing me, my legs, I feel like I got run over by a truck and then backed up again.
It's a little crazy, a little hectic right now, but you know, we got to get this done. We're at crunch time right now, so.
We are pushing forward. We're adding windows and doorways. You know what? I'm excited. It's really starting to look like a castle.
We're just finishing the cladding on the side here. After this, we're going to move up top, finish the cladding up there. And yeah, it's getting hot, so hopefully we can finish it as soon as possible.
All right, my clock's run out. I'm okay with that. Why? The guys have worked their rears off. We have sweat. We have practically died. We're still here. Just practically. We come back to life. On the inside of this, I'm going to now take that time and perfect it. I'm going to make sure that the kids are safe, that the parents can walk through, and everyone's going to love it. Why rush a good thing? We've missed our deadline, but we can't ease up. We have to keep going. In the next 24 hours, this castle is no longer mine. I'm giving it back to the community.
We're just starting to build the hand railings now and got all our spindles to length beforehand. And we got a 3-inch block spacer here to keep everything consistent. When we have as many railings as we have to do, it makes it fast and perfectly accurate.
Excellent. One down, 51 to go.
I'm about to put a screen on to stop the kids from flying through these great big openings that we did. I'm gonna set up a nice big bead of PL premium glue. I'm putting the screws about 8 to 10 inches apart, and nobody's gonna go through that. I'm gonna put the cladding right on here. That's gonna sandwich that glue right in between the mesh. Give it a nice clean look for the kids to play and be safe.
This is what takes all the extra time and work, is all the 4x4s. We're actually cedering the inside. These rails will keep the kids safe, and they're very strong. They're bolted, must be by code, 2 bolts at the bottom into structure. So those 2 bolts are in place. We will top cap this, we will sand it all down. We probably got a day of sanding.
This is the last piece here of our bridge railing. Now complete and ready for the kids. Right now we're in the top turret. This is the first turret we're framing out. We're dropping the ceiling down so we can clad it. Once we drop it down, basically we're dropping it down to cover up all these nails. But before we clad it, we want to put up this screening. We're just putting this up basically so no bees, no insects come in here, and when the kids are playing, nobody gets stung. This is a potential bee condominium.
So this is all the little intricate detailing that we have to do all over the structure. It just doesn't allow a kid to step up here, just breaking the surface every so often. So it's probably gonna be a late night. It's about 5 o'clock right now. I would assume we've got about 5 hours left, and we are done.
It's opening day. We got a few more things to take care of. Here's the good news. It's early, and we got a lineup of kids that are trying to get in here already.
All the firefighters helped us out big time here. We have our friend Carlos over here who works at 424. So I thought as you're coming up the stairs, these are the first plaques you see representing all the guys that put out this fire, plus all the guys that helped us rebuild this thing. We couldn't have done it without them.
Now, I can come here now and say, I helped build this. And deep down inside me, I'm having a really good feeling inside me. And hopefully it will be here for years to come.
There are hundreds of kids here. They're just waiting to get in. But I've got one last thing to do to really make this right. One of my guys took some copper that was salvaged from the fire, and he put together something really special. It was perfect.
Are you kidding me? You did this at home?
I just pounded it out, and there it is.
Wow, you got a new calling here, buddy. I don't want you to leave. You know what? I think it's got to go above the doorway where no one can touch it, and it's the entrance.
Are you proud of that? I'm very proud of that.
old part of the playground, the structure that is left in place. And it's really good. It's great for the kids, but it's so tight. Imagine the parents trying to run after the kids to get through it. Tying into this area is the new castle, which is exactly what the kids wanted. We want it bigger, we want it brighter, we want more slides, we want more climbing stuff. This is the area here that I had to make the changes from the beginning, that I didn't like the 5'3" head clearance, that I wanted 6'5". So we re-ramped it, redid it, made sure that we have strong rails for the kids that are gonna be totally safe to come up into the castle and to take a look and to see all the shields that the kids painted. We just put up some of them. The open mesh that is safe on every single window to keep the kids out, yet the parents can see their kids at any given time walking around. If you look around, it gives them the opportunity to just to run through and to look down at everyone else around. And this is really slick. This is the way it should be, this is the way I want it to be, and this is something I'm really proud of. I can't wait to bring the kids in. Yeah! Has it been long enough? Yeah! And I want to thank the firemen, the police, the city workers that have helped us, all the volunteers. Everyone say thank you. Yeah! So I'm gonna move this mic and we're gonna move on a countdown. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think this is awesome. It's perfect because the other ones you get stuck. The best playground ever.
It's amazing.
I played here at the first one when I was a kid, and now my kids are playing the new one. This is amazing.
It's awesome. Right here, look at my son. He's down the slide.
I think there's a few of these guys that have gone up, around, down, back up, around, down, slide, and they're just not stopping.
It's really neat that it's tall enough that I can actually follow my kids around without worrying that I'm going to brain myself. It's pretty cool.
I see hundreds and hundreds of children who have been waiting for the opening, and they're full of energy and they're doing all the stuff the kids are supposed to do.
It's fantastic. It's brilliant. I'm almost speechless, which isn't easy for me.
You know, the best moments was when that crowd opened up and those kids came running in. I got goosebumps. We do this for them. This is what we were here for from the beginning. That's why the 12 o'clock nights don't matter. That's why the heat didn't matter. At the end of the day, this is why we're here.
What did we learn from this? When a bad happens, it's amazing to see the good that comes from it. The people that came in to help us. I can't believe it. From firemen to the city workers to volunteers of licensed carpenters. Probably total, I'm gonna say 250 different people came in to say, I'm gonna help make it right. And we did.
And in the city, ever.
In the world.
In the world.
Wait a minute, you gotta go the other way, you silly.